Today is a sad day because I'm alone. Yul is in an airplane, couldn't make it. And that is despite all the political and geopolitical mess that is going on. We've just had the WEF in Davos, been following a little bit, and I do not like what I see. But anyway, we're talking about swimming, right? So we have the after movie of the New Year's camp is almost ready. So we have a freelancer who does that kind of stuff for us, who cuts it, adds some nice music and all that. It looks really, really nice. There's just a couple of small revisions, things that he did not include that we wanted to be like the go-karting and stuff, right? So we will have that out very, very soon. And also we have a Google Drive with like 5 gigabytes, if not more, of pictures of all the kids, the coaches, like the fun stuff we did together. And we're going to make that available. You just scroll through, download the ones that you want, all right? So that's coming. Then Easter camp. So we just announced the Easter camp, which is running. Hold on, let me just show you the page. So I'm just gonna share my screen here. We have this page that's not really available to like see for everyone. It's swimpros.com/next camps. I guess, hold on, let me just try to see why you don't see that. Okay, but anyway, it's pretty simple. Swimpros.com/next camps. And you land on this page where we have all the camps that are available here. And then when you click on it, it will take you to that specific camp, right? So we have the summer camp 1, we got the summer camp 2, which is with the 2 world record holders, Milorad Savic and Peter Mankoc. Then we have the October camp 2026 that is going to be in Tenerife. Again, like all of these, summer 1, summer 2, October is in Tenerife. And then we just opened the registration for the New Year's camp 2026, 2027, also in Tenerife. And that by October, with 100% certainty, we will be in the new athletes facility, which is a brand new hotel. For those of you who don't know yet, Yul and I, we were invited while we were on camp to go and check it out. And I mean, it wasn't done, but they showed us, there was one room that was actually ready. So they have brand new beds, new like athletes mattresses. They have the dining area will be only athlete focused specific food. So super healthy food choices. They're going to have a pool there to hang out. They're going to have a conference, like many conference rooms. They're going to have like a big thing to do keynotes and have guest speakers. They're going to have like study rooms. I don't think we're going to need, well, actually people did need it over New Year's, right? So they have everything that we could wish for. And for sure, from October onwards, we'll be there. For summer, it's still open. We're waiting on them. But it kind of looks unlikely. We still have hope. We're waiting. But from here is the brand new facility right next to the pool. And that's going to be a huge upgrade. So if you have spoken to us before and you kind of know how the camps work and we have qualified you that in terms of performance, it's a good fit, you can go to that page and reserve a spot, right? For the summer, there's not many left. I think for summer 1, there's maybe 5, and summer 2, maybe, I don't know, you would know. Not a lot of spots left, right? So if you want to get on that, do it now. We just need 1,000 Swiss francs as the down payment to secure the spot, and then the rest for all the camps isn't due until 3 months before the camp. And now we just open up the Easter camp. So when we click on that, it takes us, so it's going to be in Portugal. Okay, in Portugal, South Portugal, close to Faro. It's beautiful. It's a huge performance center as well. They have 3 50-meter lanes inside, and then they have 8 25. So there's both a 25-meter pool and a 50-meter pool, and that one only has 3 lanes. But for what we're doing, let me just see. I'll change the layout here a little bit. We're good to go. There's going to be we're going to take a maximum of 20 people. And then that's from March 28th to April 6th, right? And then you got all the details here, as always. And that one is, the full amount is due now because it's kind of soon and we have to send money to the center for the booking and everything, okay? So that's camp stuff. Then next, what I wanted to talk about today is the 5-day challenge that we run for swim parents. We did a challenge on camp where we had the swimmers there and then we had the parents from home, and people said it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. We all really enjoyed it and we learned a lot. But this one is going to be different in the sense it's different kind of content because parents need to know different things than the kids. So the idea is to give you everything that I've learned in the last 7 years in like working with swim families and give that to you in 5 times 30 minutes. So we're going to go for just 30 minutes a day. It's going to be in the evening. I'm still trying to figure out what time works for most people, for most of you parents. There's going to be replays every day and stuff that if you can't make it live, you can just watch the replay and it's going to be just as good. I promise you that, right? So that shouldn't be, I'm not going to make that time. Doesn't matter. You just watch the replay. And the idea is to give you everything that you need to know to best support your kid without adding more pressure. And what you do at home is hugely important because right now, and I'll come to that in a second when I'll give you a bit of an update on what's happening inside our school community, which is absolutely pumping. It's like, it's crazy what's happening in there and how fast it went, and we absolutely love it. But we're talking about changing habits because if they change their habits, they change their lives, right? So it's all about habits. And the academy curriculum that I'm taking them through this year is different than last year, and it's much upgraded because I knew how to change habits in the most powerful way, but I just never thought that the swimmers at that age would be ready for it. And so we did it in another way, which also worked, but there's a better way. And at Swimpros, we thrive to deliver excellence, right? We're trying to see how far can we go? Like how far can I get in that swimming journey? And what are the skills and the memories and the experience I can have and build while I'm doing competitive swimming and then set myself up for life. And so I just didn't think they were ready. And then on camp, I had these deep conversations and I'm just like, okay, I'm wrong. They are ready. And so we're doing things differently, and it's about changing habits because we all have good habits, which is great. But we also have habits that we're not proud of that if we just had a magic wand and we could just change them, we would, right? And so that's what we're doing. We're trying to build more of the habit because once it's habitual, it doesn't require any energy anymore, right? It just becomes part of who you are. So like somebody, I get that itch. That's a really good habit of mine. I have a lot of bad habits too, which I could share. But I'll just give you a good example that most of the kids have. I know that. Is that when they don't swim for like a day or 2 or 3, they're starting to get the itch to smell some chlorine and get in a pool, right? And I have that not for swimming anymore, but I go to the gym and I work out and stay healthy and stuff. And I want to progress. I'm working out with my brother. He's like my coach and it works really well. He's going to be on one of the camps, right? And when I go and travel and stuff, right? Some people, they just lay down on the beach or by the pool and stuff. They don't do anything. If I do that for like a day, 2, maximum 3 days, I'm like, ooh, I got to find a gym or I got to put on my sneakers and go for a run or something, right? That's a very good habit. And so change your habits, change your life. And when you read research about what's the most effective way to change habits, you will always just figure out that, and if you don't believe me, ask ChatGPT or read a book. The environment is hugely important. So, for example, if everybody sucks in the club team and nobody's motivated, it's going to be very difficult to be that guy or that girl who like motivates everybody else. Does that make sense? Or like at home, if we're trying to eat healthy, but there's cookies and Snicker bars and stuff laying around everywhere at the extreme in the house, it's going to be very difficult to resist that temptation, right? And so what we need to do around home, because you as a parent, you are the most important person to the kids forever, hopefully. Well, until they have their own child and stuff, right? So, but no, you know what I mean. As long as they're living at home, you are the main influence, and so we want to set up the environment at home, in the car rides, in the time that you spend together, in a way that facilitates and supports the kids in building the habits that they choose they want to build. It's not me or anybody else telling them, hey, you have to do that, because the first thing in building a habit, the most important thing is, hey, do you have the desire to build? Like, what is your desire? What habit do you want to build? Not what I think or what anybody else thinks. What do you want? There has to be a genuine core kind of desire. This is the kind of swimmer I want to be. And if I was that person, that's how I would act, right? And then we start tackling it. And so the environment, it can make it incredibly difficult to change a habit, or it can make it very flowy, much easier than you think. And that is the idea of the challenge, is that you come there, and I'm not telling you how to parent. I'm not, because like you know more about parenting than I do, right? I mean, I have a kid, second one is coming in a couple of weeks. So I'm so excited. So excited. Oh my God. I don't know. I could almost like tear up. Anyway, I love being a dad. It's not me teaching you or showing you, hey, this is how you have to do it. It's just sharing it with you, being like that middle piece of, here you have the swimmer, the competitive swimmer, and then here's parenting. And then what can we do to facilitate the changes that the swimmer wants to make? And that's what this challenge is about. So I've never taught it in that way in the challenge. If you've done a challenge before, I still invite you to come. It's $1. Okay, it's a symbolic thing. I will raise the price in a week to $27, just because my business coach told me to. But if you want to do that, look, I'll put the link here. So it's just school.com, school with a K, and then /MindGymPro. That will take you to the, I'll just show you. That'll take you to our school. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So you're going to land on a page. It looks like this, right? It looks very similar on mobile. And then you're going to have a yellow button somewhere here, and you just join the group. It will ask you to create a profile. You have to verify your email so you're not a bot and stuff, right? And then I will admit you, because I will get a notification somewhere here, and then I'll let you in. And then what you can do, you can have a look around, make some friends and all that. You will get a DM from me also, like a welcome DM. You could say hi, which is much appreciated. But then you can just go to the classroom, and you will not see as much here. That's just me because I'm the admin, the owner of the group. But you will have this performance multiplier challenge workshop, and it will say $1, unlock for $1. And you just click on that, and then you're in. Okay. And then it's going to take you to here. There's a 2-minute video to kind of let you know how this works. And then we'll have the kickoff call on February 4th, okay, in the evening. And again, it's 5 times 30 minutes. It's $1. Some of the parents have described it as the best thing on the internet. So I want you to be there. If you have a swimmer at home who is ambitious, who wants to swim better, and you want to support them, then I want you to be in that challenge. If you come to the challenge, you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. Okay? You get all the money back. Cool. Now, I want to show you a little bit. So that's a 5-day challenge, right? Check. So the school platform. So you can see, probably last week we did that. We were at like 500 members or something, and it's growing pretty crazy. And I just want to show you a couple of things that we're doing in here, because we have the academy, okay, which is in here, and this is for our paid membership. And then also this one won't be there, it's just for me. But we had a season kickoff call where we just kind of talk about big picture goals so that we know what we're moving towards, right? And there's an accountability thing that they had to do. And now we're really going into, okay, how do you change your habits? Again, they have the recordings here. Some people come in the live, because every Sunday there's a calendar here. It's super sweet. It's got everything in there. There's a Zoom link. You can add it to your calendar, and it's just super, super sweet, right? So the live call for the academy is always on Sunday evening. And so that's the live one, which is great to be there. But then if they have a competition or a family kind of thing, then they can just work with the recording, and it's always inside the classroom. But the thing that's interesting is that every day we ask them to do a specific task. And for this week, I'll just quickly explain it. What we went through in last week's training on Sunday was to identify with one sentence, I'm the kind of swimmer who, okay? That is called a identity change. We want to go from the very core, which is our identity, and the things that we believe, the assumptions and definitions that we have. And it starts with thinking about, hey, what kind of swimmer do I want to be? And then it's just a two-step process. It's first you decide what kind of swimmer you want to be, and then all you have to do is you have to find evidence and proof that actually confirms that you are that kind of person. Does that make sense? And so that is there every day. We have the pinned post here on top. And then every day, this was a quick, just a little update. So I'll just show you what I did, okay? Every day they go, you type out every day, I'm the kind of swimmer, for me it was, I'm the kind of man who guides and elevates others in reaching their full potential. That is the identity that I want to have and build, and the person I want to be, right? So they type that out. And then we're looking for evidence during the day that this is indeed true, okay? And sometimes they make different choices. So let me give you an example, okay? Caught up with all messages and spread some good vibes and got amazing feedback and testimonials. Didn't expect that, okay? So that what I meant here is the messages that I get like a lot of messages on school and WhatsApp and stuff, right? So I try to spread good vibes and invite people into Swimpros movement. That's what I say. Then I made the parent checklist that seemed to be very helpful, available for parents even outside of school. Okay, so that's trying to elevate people who have not made the jump here on school yet. And then I set up the next 5-day challenge with new and upgraded insights. That's what I was talking about, that I can share today that I didn't have over New Year's. Yeah, okay, there's a link to sign up. And then I taught my daughter a new dance move, right? That elevates her as well. So you see, I'm stacking the evidence, and that's what they're doing, right? So you see there's 800 comments because they're doing it. So Ellie, for example, okay? I'm the kind of swimmer who will follow through with what I know needs to do, that I need to do to improve. I didn't manage to post my gains yesterday. Okay, so yesterday's gains and then today's gains. Did 30 minutes of stretching in the morning. Okay, so see, had a good swim, helped my brother with his swimming. Really nice tacos for lunch. Cool. This could be more specific, but they're just getting into it, so it's okay for the time being, right? And I coach them on it. Nathaniel, I'm the kind of swimmer who pursues any and all improvements each day. Wow, I like it. Elevated my land-based warm-up so I'm more primed before my sessions. Cool. Changed some setups in my room so it's more productive work environment. Okay, cool. Kind of what I was talking about earlier. Brought a lot of joy to people doing training, even though physically we were shattered. Okay, this is, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That's awesome. Now, Nathaniel is one of our older guys. So you can see, right, that, and there's no right and wrong. It's just starting somewhere and then improving. And that's where we give him like feedback, right? If we see something that's not really like aligned and stuff. So let me see. So you see, okay, so that's, for example, that's what's going on here, and it's working really well. You know, people comment all the time. It's just awesome. Okay? The next thing that we had is the cold plunge challenge. That was coming from Oliver, and then Eula was in the area, so I, jumped in the cold water. I I looked it up. It was like four degrees or something. And we started you remember the ice bucket challenge, right? So we started a Swimpros cold plunge challenge, and some kids, parents don't want them to go. That's cool. They can take a cold shower. They can do it in the bathtub or whatever. But it's like, and then you nominate 3 others, and and it's just like wild what's happening, right? So it's pretty cool. People are engaged, bonding, cracking some jokes, and then this one I also really liked is Yule, as you know, he is very. He's like the nerdy kind of guy in the best way possible, that he really goes deep into the specifics of how the best clubs and universities in the world, how they train and what they do. And so University of Virginia, which is my university where I went to back in the day, he found a video, and I don't know if you know, but when Coach Todd came around, like what they did, they installed 70 cameras in the entire pool, and they started to analyze the data they got from that, and they showed how the rankings of the University of Virginia, how they went from, I don't know, number 7 or something, and then number 3, and then what, and now they won the NCAAs 6 times in a row. It is crazy. And like it's exactly, and then also he says that how the coach at UVA, he never writes a workout on the whiteboard, because no workout is the same for 2 people. Right? And it's exactly what we do. And when we say that, we get a lot of like coaches here in Switzerland, a lot of backlash. It's like, oh, this is how you have to do it. But no, you listen to me. The best coaches in the world is exactly what Bob Bowman says as well. They don't write the entire workout. This is what Peter Mankoch says as well. You don't write the entire workouts for the next days or weeks or months. You don't do that, because you have to see what the current situation is, right? And so I just love it when these like coaches that have been doing it, they've been coaching for like 30, 40 years, and they had one successful swimmer, and they think they know it everything, right? They're just, I love it when that happens. So no, right? It's a very good video. So come watch that. Okay, and then Sophie had a question. I haven't seen that yet. So, people ask questions. There's some fun stuff. I wanted to show you the this one. I spent a lot of time on the checklist. See this one? So this is a pre-race. It's actually a race checklist that will, I think, instantly, after reading it takes like 5 minutes, a better swim parent. And I designed it, I gave it to a designer, and that person made it pretty nice. So it's like easy to scroll on the phone and stuff. So that's there as well. So in terms of like resources, and then we're just having some fun here also. I'm doing an AI masterclass this evening on how to create some like cool AI pictures, but like, it's just, like what you can do. This is Nina. It's really pretty. Like I did that in 10 seconds. But then there's also like some fun. I mean, okay, this one isn't really fun, but that's my face. I don't know if you can recognize it. There's so many cool things we can do. Okay, that was Danny. Try to. But yeah, it's very. Oh, this one is great too. Try to do something a little. This is Yule winning some kind of medal, or like winning the Super Bowl. But yeah, and this is one of our thumbnails, Will Smith, and then me as George Clooney. But you get the point, right? So we really, really, really enjoy the school community. People are super engaged, and if you love swimming, I just I invite you to join the movement. It's great, and you don't have to come into the paid program and stuff. It's still fun. Obviously, that's how we can help the most. But I think that 5-day challenge, that would be a very good thing if you're kind of curious about what we do, or maybe you've seen some videos and like, okay, this sounds like pretty reasonable and stuff. Just come and do the challenge. There will definitely be a bonus session in terms of just open Q&A where you can ask questions and everything. And then I guess the last thing I just wanted to say is we have a new Gatorade half hour, which is in 30 minutes from now, 35 minutes from now. What this is it's open to everyone on school. It's inspired by a coffee hour where communities just hang out, have fun. There's not really an agenda. Oh wait, I guess I gotta share my screen. So in the calendar, the Gatorade half hour. Again, try to use AI with this, but it's basically there's no agenda. It's just hanging out. If people want to get some coaching, I'm happy to coach. But it's also about developing ideas, coming up with challenges, like things that actually make it more fun and more likely that the swimmers will succeed in whatever goals that they set for themselves, right? And so that's directly on school. Today is the first one, and then we'll do that every week at 5 o'clock Zurich time. So that's all I got for today. Next week you will be back, and we'll see what topics we have until then. You'll